Hey folks, I'm doing a little video on my garden here. I've been having some troubles. I put down this here woven ground cloth, and then I put up this Premier One electric poultry netting over that, and it goes all around the perimeter of my garden. And but it's on top of the ground covering in most places, and the only place that it's not on top of the ground covering is right here at my entrance, where I go in. And I just opened this up here so I can get in here. But what I'm having trouble with is the rabbits don't seem to get shocked at all by this fencing. I don't know if it's the ground cover is a plastic and it doesn't conduct the electricity, conduct a grounding for them to get a shock or what. But you can see on the beans here, I have a double row of bush beans that I had planted, and they are all, just about every one of them is chewed down to a nub. And this is a double row, and I'm guessing this row is probably pretty close to 16 or 18 feet long. I didn't measure it, but I planted them up to this here post here that I've got in the ground, and then from there on I planted okra. And there was something like 32 plants of okra here, which should be plenty for me, because I live alone. I'm the only one eating it, but yet the rabbits were chewing on that too. You can see where they chewed that down, and but I guess they must have got a full belly when they got up into this area right here, because from there on there's a little bit of chewing, but mostly what I'm seeing from there on is worm damage or bug damage. And but that's, I don't know if anybody else is having trouble with this or just what, but I got this idea from the guys over at Living Traditions Homestead on YouTube, and I haven't had any trouble with raccoons or anything getting in here. Of course, I've got all kinds of raccoons and deer and wild turkey, you name the critters around here, and I've got them, because I live out in the middle of nowhere here. But they don't seem to bother my tomatoes at all. And well, this row here will be planted in daikon radishes here probably within the next couple of days. But they just don't, the rabbits haven't messed with the tomatoes, but the tomato hornworms, I've picked a bunch of them off of here so far. And these right here, this is let's see, 3 different plants of These are what they call a black cherry tomato. You can see a cluster of them down in there. And I got a couple of them starting to get ripe over there. I know I gotta get in here and tie these branches up some more and do some more trimming on the bottom. Get them leaves and branches up off the ground. And then over here I had two spots there that I had what was it, Boxcar Willie tomatoes started in there, and for some reason both of them just wilted up and died off. But then I got these are what they call a pear tomato. It's a yellow pear tomato. It's this real small tomato. So, and they're starting to bloom and everything. They're starting to get some little tomatoes on them. But that's about it. If anybody else is having any trouble, I've got the pole beans over there. They're doing good. But been having to pick a lot of bugs off of them too. A lot of bug damage on them. So, and then the elderberries over there, they're coming along good. But if anybody else is having any trouble with keeping rabbits or any other critters out of their gardens, they say this Premier fencing has well, the electricity starts flowing through it at the third strand up. Now this is the bottom one here, first, second, and then third. So it should be flowing through this here. And these holes are, I'd say maybe 2 inches by 3 inches square or rectangular. Now how are rabbits getting through that? I don't know. They almost have to be jumping through these up here, which look to be about 3 inches by 3 inches. And I'm sure they're not jumping up through here to get through. But then again, I may be wrong. I know it's rabbits that are getting in here because I've chased them out. I've seen them in here and I've chased them out of here. But I don't know. I'm just dumbfounded. And this is the first year that I've used this here ground cover. Because I was sick and tired of having to pick up and move this fencing all the time just to cut the weeds down around it, so that the weeds don't short out the fencing. And then over there's my mushrooms. So, well, I'll let you go. I know I've bored you enough. So, thanks for watching, and God bless.